Hey guys, L6 here, and I want to talk about something that's very near and dear to me, and it's a cruise called Shiprocked. For those that you don't know, it's basically a music festival on the water. And you got rock bands, you got crazy people, you got not so crazy people. It's great. Okay. And I say crazy people because I'm there. So this year is my sixth year going. And you're probably thinking, it's like, well, why haven't you never brought this up? Well, I'm glad you didn't ask. Well, this year is a little bit different because it is my last year and I want to go out on top. And you're probably thinking, who the hell are you? Glad you asked. I am just a woman that is trying to win an award. Okay, you're probably thinking, what's I will ease your confusion. So the themes this year have been exciting for me. And while I don't really care about the award so much, I want to make some award-winning, jaw-dropping outfits. Not for anybody else, but for myself. And so I've kind of given myself a challenge to create all these different outfits, all these different theme night costumes. And how, for good measure, I even decided that I'm going to make 6 different swimsuits. That's right, 6. Am I insane? Yes. Yes, I am. But it's okay though. It's harmless. So, one of the biggest challenges for me, being a cosplayer and trying to convert this into like teeny tiny, tiny, tiny bags is quite frankly, it's a challenge because one, I mean, you're on a cruise and I'm a fan of grabbing my things and going at the end of the cruise, so I'm going to try to fit everything in one bag. Yeah, you can stop laughing now. It's fine. One bag. Now, this is going to be a normal travel size, not like super over 6 foot tall bag, but just a normal travel bag with about a week's worth of clothes, because that's about how long I'm going to be there is a week. And so I figured, why not try to design with space in mind? And one of the biggest things is all the theme nights do not allow me to just design for one bag. So I'm actually going to pull up the website because I think it's important for you to understand where I'm coming from for this particular assignment that I'm giving myself. Which is fine. Alright, so you should be seeing my screen now. Yeah, rock hard, vacation harder, all that fun stuff. That's not important. Lineup, who needs it? Experience, theme nights. I love theme nights. Alright, so here's what we got. Heroes and villains. I'm assuming this is a dress up as royalty. Let them eat cake. Goths versus jogs. Goth, of course. They're wearing our song. Got that covered. Shiprocked. And then Revolutionary Vacation. So essentially, everything is screaming big, right? Just super big. Like Shiprocked. Who doesn't want to have a full set of armor? Who doesn't want to have a shield for Shiprocked? Who doesn't want to have a fake plastic axe because weapons are frowned on? So I'm like, okay, fine. So heroes and villains. You literally have a big selection of things. And while I'm going to be discussing each theme night and the construction of my costume over the course of this series of videos, it's kind of like, do I want to wear spandex or do I want to actually come up with something different? Because I can't do any armored pieces. Remember, one bag. I can't do anything that requires a weapon or being identifiable for a weapon. But quite frankly, I'm also a little chunky. And spandex is not my first choice. Don't get me wrong. Everybody's getting whatever body I got. But essentially, I got a little extra to pack. but one bag. And so I'm thinking, well, spandex, maybe. Do I want to go super powered villain? Because I'm not going to be a hero. I am not a hero. I am the furthest thing from a hero in my real life. So I'm just going to go with villain. Villain. Straight villain. I'm going through my villain era. So I need to do something that way. But here's a problem. Again, one bag. I can go big. But then I also have to think about every other theme night that I have, and it's 6. 6 theme nights. Is it 6? Yeah, it's 6. Holy crap. It's a long-ass cruise. So I have a choice. I can either go, well, Wonder Woman is not an option because 1, Wonder Woman is not a villain, and 2, that's some real low-cut spandex. No thank you. Yeah, I say that, and I'm planning swimsuits, preferably in the 2-piece range, but who's asking? I mean, I could do She-Hulk, but let's be honest. Green paint on a cruise ship, there is not enough tips in the world that's going to cover that cleanup. Sorry. Like, don't get me wrong, I would absolutely clean it myself, but then I can't pack that much rubbing alcohol on the cruise in order for me to clean that crap up, so therefore it's not happening. Next. But I'm bouncing around the ideas of maybe, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I have what I want, but what I want and what's actually going to happen is going to be 2 separate things. Like, what I would actually love to do is I would love to do a Cersei Lannister. Like, straight up, head to toe, full crown, everything. I'm talking season 6 black dress where she watched everything burn. Because it's a total mood. But, again, one bag. So, maybe not from a movie. Maybe I do have to actually go with the superhero. So, the question is, what type of villains are available? Let's take a look. Super villains. And we're going to image search because I'm lazy. Alright. Harley Quinn. No. Catwoman. No. Poison Ivy. Maybe. You know, I'm a terrible nerd because should totally be able to think about this without having to look it up on Google, but there is so many superheroes and villains that I would probably miss. Thanos. I could totally do a Thanos. I can do a ball gown Thanos. I can go full gem rings and everything, but would anybody get it? Like, couture Thanos? Yes, please. Oh, and I will be making that, but the problem is, it's a cruise. And you're probably thinking, well, use it for formal night. There is no formal night on Shiprocked. There is no formal night, and it is the best thing ever. If I want to go to the dining hall and some shorts and a tank, I can do that and no judgment. I've actually never been on a real cruise, well, an actual normal people cruise, so I have no idea what the rules are. I just know I don't have to do that. All right, keeping it moving. Okay, let's narrow it down a bit. Let me see. None of this is appealing to me, like, at all. Which is kind of annoying. I mean, because you got Mystique, but could you imagine doing, like, a chunky Mystique? Nope. And I'm not shaming myself, but quite frankly, I'm just thinking more of the prosthetics. One, I could do a full spandex suit, sure, but the reality is that when you start moving around and you have adhesives and prosthetic things covering yourself, things tend to move. It's fine. It's a physics thing. So then I'm like, well, I can go this route. No, not feeling it at all. I really wish they had more selection here. I guess I'm going to actually have to start narrowing this down by actual comics or whatever. Scarlet Witch, that's an option. Actually, hold on. Actually, that's a really cool Thanos. Nope. Okay, so, I mean, I could go the Disney route, but let's be honest, Disney is so played out sometimes because I could go Ursula, sure, but the reality is I've done an Ursula. It was okay. It's just I'm not really feeling Ursula. Ursula was too nice. She's like, here, sign this contract, be happy. And I'm like, you get no contract. So, let's see. You know, the funny part is I'm actually seriously considering Poison Ivy. That's weird. Poison Ivy has not been on my radar at all. I mean, I can go Shigo, but, well, you know. I don't know. It's one of those things where you want to go through and do something that's pop culture, but then you also have villains that you just love, and you don't know if anybody else would even recognize him at all. And am I going for recognition? Absolutely. Because like I told you, beginning, award winning. And nobody's gonna vote for somebody that they can't even identify. I mean, let's be honest. I could go full... Who is a villain that nobody knows about? That's a good question. I don't know who's a villain that nobody knows about because apparently they don't know about it. I don't know, obscure. I could easily go for Mary Poppins because Mary Poppins is a total villain. Okay. Let's look at it here. You got this woman that can fly. She's carrying around a bag of holding. She literally can put a freaking lamp, a standing lamp, in a bag. Don't you think that it's a little bit malicious that she could potentially put her victims in a bag and just fly away and nobody would know about it? Yes. Yes, I'm arguing that Mary Poppins is a villain. Don't even... You drop those thoughts in the comments about that because I'm curious about that. I'm willing to explore. I got time. So, getting back to the search, I even thought about maybe not something from a superhero movie. Maybe I can go with a show. Let's be honest. What's the last thing that I've watched that was actually decent? I mean, I could totally go Maleficent. Maleficent seems interesting, but then that goes that whole Disney route. So I don't know. But I wonder, what's the chick's name with Skeletor? Skeletor's wife. I should know this, but apparently I don't. Evelyn. Yes. But then that goes in the age of question. Should you dress up as some character that you have no idea about? I do what I want. And in case you missed it the first time, I do absolutely what I want. Okay. So, moving on, let's go to the next one. Royalty. All right. This is like my dream top secret one, so we're going to shelve this one for now. Goths versus jocks. So, again, going goth. I am going to go full black lipstick, everything. I am going to look like the sexiest nightmare possible. Because that's really the goal. Is I'm going to be scary, but I'm going to look good being scary. I actually have all this stuff sketched out at some point. Do a video and whatever, but anyway. Let's skip ahead though. The only other one that I really want to discuss today is this Shiprocked. So, there's not a really whole lot of good Vikings costume. Cool. So, the problem that I have with the whole Vikings thing is it's such a wide range. I mean, you got your Vixen Viking, you got your I'm going to bite off your head Viking, you got a whole lot of stuff. Then you have like some generic medieval Viking type stuff that nobody even knows or cares about. And the struggle with having a knowledge of the costume stuff is wanting to get something that's actually period accurate, but also to the point where, damn, it looks cool. But again, I can't have a shield. I want a shield. So do I try to construct a shield and make it foldable so that way I can put it in my one bag? Or do I move on and do something different? And you're probably thinking, well, why stick with women's costuming? Well, I'm actually not. I'm actually exploring everything. Everything is on the table except for that. Because there is a certain body style that goes with that type of costume, and I ain't got it. Unless I can, like, scrub things on my abs and it looks fantastic. No. You're probably thinking, you can dress up as anything. You could, but I want award winning. I am going literally for the gold. Or maybe I'll just do this. Have some cheesy beard and run around with a horn in my hand. Who knows? But the point of this whole video is I have a lot of things that I'm planning and I wanted to share them with you. And the reason why I want to share them with you is because y'all are awesome. And also too, a lot of people, quite frankly, have no idea what to do about their theme nights. And I'm hoping that some of my Shiprocked folks can watch and be like, ooh, I got an idea. Because I'm not going to have time to, unfortunately, help people pick things out. Because if they are not starting right now, then I don't know. I mean, if they put it this way, the day that this video drops, 10 days until, from the day that it drops until then, ask me whatever questions, ask me anything. I can help you one-on-one. After that, my schedule is locked down. Because one, I'm going to be crying about missing Dragon Con, but two, I'm also going to be really, really busy because I'm trying to hand sew every single item of clothing that I am going to be taking on this trip, minus blue jeans. Because I am not about to put my little plastic sewing machine through the hell that is denim. But until the meantime, what's your favorite costume type thing to dress up as? What is something that is your signature costume, that your award-winning outfit? Drop them in the comments, let me know. L6 out.